Hopefully this thing goes live and it's working. But sure. Hell yeah, it is. All right, welcome back, everyone. This is the first inning radio show. We're back with another good one. Uh, yeah, man, we got a lot to talk about this Yankee baseball and Major League Baseball in general and period, because it seems like all these number one teams are breaking down and they're dropping down in races, especially for us, which is crazy. Uh, I was reading Twitter, and I'm gonna post it up on the screen. But this is funny though. I mean, uh, also like we said before on this show about Joey Gallo. I don't know who you guys are watching or listening to, but we were never wrong this whole time. Because we told you Joey Gallo wasn't that great. We went through the analytics. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was listening to these big time people that know better than me that wanted this guy so bad, and it became one of the worst trades. For all that, they could have kept Florial in there. He could have been playing center field, and you would have gave him some time to shine. This is funny. Look at this one. Who's really texting whom? Settling Twitter beefs. It's crazy, man. Um, it's crazy what goes on in these things. But oh, and also we have to talk about Derek Jeter getting into the Hall of Fame September 8th, which is tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be hanging out with Bryson, and we're gonna be going to the game. He was so kind enough to get me a ticket, and I truly appreciate that. But yeah, we're gonna be there. Hopefully, I can catch him a ball. That'd be nice. Let me get to the Jeter Hall of Fame stuff. But Jeter Hall of Fame. See what they have talking about. Man, oh, it goes. Fame live 11 ball. And Derek Jeter got 99% of the votes. Pretty good. Oh, what's up, Nature's Opinion? Not too far from Cooperstown. Bring it down. To read the little bit of article that it has. Oh, thank you, man, that you've been watching us, man. Yeah, man. Buffalo is a good town. I've never been there before. The farthest I've gone is Cooperstown, actually, and Adirondacks region, like Albany and stuff like that. But yeah, man, it's tough, man. It's tough to be a Yankee fan right now. But at least we got the famous captain going into the Hall of Fame. You know, bet I can't show this damn video because it's the way they'll give me a copyright strike. But man, Heaney pitching terribly. Now, what was it? Friday night's game when they had the bases loaded. They brought in Healy, and Healy gave up all those runs and blew the game. I don't know what they were thinking, man. Um, let's see. They got Gio Urshela playing horribly right now. I don't know what they were thinking. Hold on, let me bring you up the Yankee stuff because I mean it's getting crazy. I mean, we just had a great winning streak, which turned into another great losing streak, and it seems like this team is never gonna go anywhere. I'll tell you one thing: don't bet your money on them. You don't bet your money on the Yankees because they're not gonna make it. We go back to Monday's game. Highlights. And this game was a washout too. They just didn't have any fight in them. It was just simply lights out for the Yankees. And me and Roger was talking about uh, how Joey Gallo has done nothing. He's had like 129 at bats and got like 6 hits or something like that. Ah, yes, I gotta turn up my mic. You're right. Hold on a minute. Hopefully, that's a little better. Check, check, check one, check two. Had the gain down on it. Yeah, but yeah, I'm not really talking as loud too, so let me speak up a little louder. Hopefully, you can hear me now. Thank you for letting me know. Here's Roger, the big Yankee fan. Hello?
Hello, BX Bomber. I'm getting work done right now. Roger, the big Yankee fan calling. I'm getting some work done right now, so I only have about 10 minutes to check in, but I just
All right,
wanted
cool.
to check in with you guys.
Yeah, man, the Yankees have been. I was just about to get into the Yankees playing horribly right now.
Oh, yes. Yes, I only have about 10 minutes, what I'll say. Hi, Michael. How are you doing?
Oh, no, Michael's not on. It's just me.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm in the middle of getting work done, but I have about 10 minutes to come on about. And what I could say is that the Yankees have gone 2 wins and 7 losses after completing their 13-game winning streak. And they have negated their winning streak to a certain extent by losing 7 games. And they have fallen back into their old ways. They are bouncing into double plays. They are striking out. You know, they are committing errors. And it looks like.
And you know what? Hold on for 1 second. Nature's opinion says personally they think it's the management that is the problem with this Yankee. But you know what? This time, you can't really blame Cashman. You can't really blame Steinbrenner. You have to blame the players, just like they said, because
Right.
they're not the ones playing, man. You know.
Exactly, exactly. And I don't understand, the type of things like sending Greg Allen down. And also, you were right when Gleyber Torres and Gio Urshela came back. The era started to come back, and the chemistry was not there as when they had the replacement players in, and they have not stolen bases again. They're not hitting and running, and Joey Gallo has batted about 130 since he's come to the Yankees, and he should not be in the number 2 hole. With his the extreme amount of strikeouts that he has.
True, it's true, man. I mean, we went over this when the whole talk of Joey Gallo was, coming about. We said this guy's not even worth it. We told you that.
Well, I was watching a little bit of Michael Kay, and Michael Kay thinks he brings a lot to the party. But as of right now, he is slumping something severe. I mean, we know he's the three true outcome. We know that he will strike out. We know that he will walk quite a bit, and that he will hit occasional home runs. But as of lately, he's not even walking much, and he is not hitting many home runs, even though he's hit 6 as a Yankee. And he is doing nothing but striking out. He's had 123 at-bats with the New York Yankees and has struck out 61 times. That is about 50% strikeout ratio, and that is just unacceptable.
Well, I don't see what he brings to the Yankees. He brings absolutely nothing. Like we explained in the beginning. I mean, we're on this show right here. We have been never wrong. You know that? That's crazy, yo. On this show, we have been never wrong. And
no, not for the most part. No,
we've been
no,
pretty
but what
much.
They say, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said we pretty much hit the nail on the head all the time.
Right. And what he's supposed to bring is power, a lefty bat, power, and on-base percentage, and strong defense, and he runs the base as well. But he is not getting on base, and he is striking out at an alarming rate. And when you see him play every day, you see the alarming amount of strikeouts that he gets. And he really has to be moved down in the order, I would say. And finally, though, at least Luis Hill is pitching tomorrow.
Tonight is Cole and thing. So tomorrow is Luis Gill.
Right, exactly. So they finally brought him
hold
up.
on 1 second. I got Michael calling now.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
All right, man. You're live, man. What's going on?
How you doing?
Hey, Michael.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, man. It's not good, man. Not good.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I was just saying, Michael, that that Joey Gallo is striking out at an alarming rate, 61 strikeouts in 123 at bats, and he has batted 130 since coming to the Yankees. So you guys have been right so far. You know, they say he brings a lot to the table. They say he brings a lot to the table, walks on base percentage, defense, but he is just doing a lot of striking out.
Well, that's why I told you the guy sucks. He's a bum. I told you he wasn't a positive for this team. I didn't want him from the beginning. I don't know why these Yankee fans were so gaga and why they wanted him so bad. I don't care that he's a great defensive outfielder. To be honest with you, I'm not even crazy for his outfield abilities. I don't even think he is a good defensive player because I saw a lot of games where he threw the ball to throw the runner out, and he doesn't even throw the runner out at home. So all that hype that he was a great plus defender and he can walk. This guy strikes out 99% of the times. What's so good about him? If anything, I think he makes the Yankees worse. He's done nothing with this team. He was horrible with the Rangers. What was the reason of getting this guy? We needed starting pitching. That's what we needed, and we didn't get it. We got Andrew Heaney. That guy's a bum.
That guy throwing beach balls, man. I don't know what's wrong with that guy, man.
That guy's a straight bum.
Well, as I was saying, Michael, to BX Farmer, they're bringing Luis Hill up, and he's pitching tomorrow.
Yeah, if the Yankees don't win tonight, buddy, it's over. They're not making the playoffs. This is over, man. The Yankees are holding on to a thin thread right now. The Blue Jays are right on their butts. They're only 3 games out of the second wild card or the first wild card. If the Yankees blow this, if they don't win this series, and then they play in the Mets, I don't see where the Yankees are going to turn this around. I mean, like, what do they have to win? 90? Where do they have to go, the Yankees, to make a playoff spot, wild card? Because the way
remember what I said, Michael. This team is a Jekyll and Hyde team. That's why
I know, but this is the wrong time to be playing Jekyll and Hyde, though. This is not the time. This is the last month of the season with only 3 weeks left. You can't play like this. They're going to play 500 going into it. I mean, they're not going to make the playoffs then. They might blow this whole thing. If the Blue Jays knocks them out of the wild card, that's the end. No playoffs. This wasn't supposed to happen after winning 13 straight in a row. We were supposed to be on the right path. How do you win 13 games in a row to go? What are they? 2-7, 2-9? I mean, that's terrible.
2-7. And remember what I was saying during the 13-game winning streak. I said the same thing I'm saying now. They're a Jekyll and Hyde team as easily as they're doing great and winning 13 in a row. They can turn around and play like crap again. And yes,
well, that's been poor. They made a lot of horrible decisions. Torres and Urshela have killed the team. It seems like when they got all these reinforcements and all these guys back, they've hurt the team badly. Urshela has done nothing. He's been horrible defensively. He can't hit. Torres is terrible defensive shortstop. He made about 3 horrible 4 errors in that series against the Blue Jays, against the Orioles. Corey Kluber looks terrible. It seems like they rushed him back too soon. He sucks. He's awful. Tyone is horrible now. Jameson Tyone, what happened to him? He was pitching great for like those 2 months. Now he sucks. So who do you rely on?
What I'll say about the day before's game, about yesterday's game, though, was Tyone was okay. He gave up 3 hits.
Oh my God.
He gave up the 2 home runs.
Oh, it was 8-0.
What the deal was, that was an atrocious game yesterday. The Yankees' offense was absolutely dead in the sleep. They were the walking dead as far as offense was concerned.
Yeah, well, they've been
right now,
Brooks Christie, they can't do better than Brooks Christie.
And I wanted to say, you lost to the Orioles, man. You should be ashamed of yourself. You lose to the Baltimore Orioles, you should retire. They can't. They're only 9-7 against this team. Tampa Bay is 19-1 against the Orioles, and the Yankees somehow are the worst. The Orioles have the most wins against the Yankees than any American League opponent. That's pretty sad. Really, really bad. If you lose to the Orioles, right there tells me the season's over. They can't beat anybody in the American League East, the Yankees. They barely they have a losing record against the Rays, a losing record against the Red Sox, a losing record against the Blue Jays, and they barely edge out the Orioles. So what does that tell you? The Yankees, you can't do that. You're not making the playoffs. That's it.
Right now,
the division. Wow.
But you got to understand, right now too, we're only half a game in the first place wild card.
I just said they're not going to make it. I don't think they're making the playoffs. The season's over. If they lose tonight, that's it. You got to think realistically. These fans still think that we're in it because we're in the wild card. But by how many games? Not that many games. Do we have a 12, 13-game lead in the wild card?
Well, remember, Boston is playing poorly. Oakland is playing poorly. So
yeah, but they're only 3 games out, those teams. Oakland, Seattle, and Toronto could take one of the wild cards.
3 games out,
They're only 3 games out.
And Oakland, 3.5. Oakland is 3.5.
I mean, look at the Dodgers. They have a 13.5-game lead in the wild card. That's the lead that you need. Why can't the Yankees get a big lead like the Dodgers have in the wild card standings? Why can't we get a 13.5-game lead in the American League wild card?
This is not good, man. This is not good, man. I mean, man, and you know what, man? And you know how we say, oh, we got to blame Cashman and all that. We can't even blame
I hate to say this, but those things came back to bite them. The Gallo and Rizzo trades did not really work out that well. I like Rizzo, but they needed pitching desperately, and they didn't do it. Yeah. They didn't go out and get starting pitching. And once again, they spit the bid. I mean, they were supposed to go get pitching, and they didn't do it. And they failed this. They've been failing this same thing over and over for the last 20 years. They get one great pitcher every 10 years, which was CC and Garrett Cole, and that's it. They never get a true ace besides those 2 guys. They don't They just don't go all out, the Yankees. They don't go for the kill. When they have a chance to win the World Series, they fail. They don't want to go out and get the big guy, and they lose. They even
anyway, guys, I'm going to have to sign off. I'm at work now, and we have Cole going tonight. I'm taking care of work. I just wanted to call and check in.
All right,
so you guys continue to have a good show, and I'll talk to you later, okay, BX Farmer?
I'll talk to you later.
Enjoy the Yankees meltdown.
I'll talk to you later, Michael. Take care.
Man.
All right.
Bye-bye.
I mean, see, well, I'm glad I'm on with you now to tell you this disaster of the Yankees. I mean, Roger still seems optimistic, but not me, man. I got to tell you like it is. I don't think this team.
They're not making it. I mean,
they're done. You can't. There's no way you could be optimistic anymore.
Man, they're cutting it close, man. They're cutting it real close.
They're cutting it too close. If they lose tonight, they're in massive trouble.
Jesus no way Christ, man, that's true.
There's no way.
If they lose tonight, man, they'll be
There'll only be 2 games, I think, or 1 game out at the Blue Jays because it's 3 games. So I think it's 2.5 games or 2 games they'll be out. So yeah,
no, they're 3 games.
The Blue Jays will only be 2 games out.
Yeah, they're 3 games. So they lose, there'll be 2 games.
If the Blue Jays take all these games, that's it. The Yankees are out of the wild card. The Blue Jays would knock them out of the wild card, the first wild card. So.
Their last game is against them is what, Thursday, right?
Yep. If the Yankees don't at least split the series, they're in a lot of trouble, man. I would love to take 3 out of 4, but it doesn't look good.
Yeah, but if Boston starts winning too, Boston could take the first place wild card.
It doesn't matter, first or second. The Red Sox and Yankees both suck. To be honest with you, I don't even think the Red Sox are going to make the playoffs anymore. They have 12 or 13 guys on the COVID list.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I don't know how they're doing it. I mean, they're not playing any better than the Yankees. They're just a half a game out of the wild card, which is nothing. I mean, but they're as bad as the Yankees, the Red Sox.
And
both teams are terrible.
It seems like a lot of teams in baseball are having meltdowns too, man. Like Atlanta too, they're having a meltdown too. It's like,
not too many teams, just maybe one or two. But the Dodgers are the Giants kind of collapsed. Yeah, they kind of blew that division. They had like a nice, comfortable lead. The Dodgers are only one game out, but they have the wild card. But I don't see any other teams that are blowing it. Maybe the Braves too, but I don't really see any other teams really that are like losing their divisions. I mean, the Rays have a comfortable lead. The White Sox have a comfortable lead. The Astros do. So, but the Yankees, there's really a lot to get into with this team. They're losing to the Angels and the Orioles. To me, was the death of their season. They just won 13 games in a row. This is the way you respond. You go 2-7 or 2-8, whatever he said, Roger. They haven't responded well. And you just lost Jonathan Loizaga, by the way. Now he got shut down, and he might be out for the season, or he might be out for at least till the playoffs. So if they even make the playoffs, so that's a tough blow. They lost their best pitcher.
I forgot about that. Yeah, man, he's done, man. Too. I don't know what they're gonna do now, man. Now
their bullpen is gonna be so. Their bullpen's gonna be so taxed. I don't know how they're gonna get out from their bullpen now. Who do you go to? There's nobody that you can rely on now. And you don't trust Chapman. You don't trust Chad Green. Who do you trust? Because they have nobody. And they lost their best reliever.
And you know something too? I was watching this documentary about Chapman the other day. Remember that Chapman got hit in the head with a baseball.
Oh, I never knew that. I don't think I ever remember that.
Check this out. Yeah, when he was with before the Yankees got him, he got hit by a baseball. And check this out.
Oh.
Check this out. They had to crack open his brain open to release the brain hemorrhaging. That's how bad it was. So
I never knew that he had that injury, but still, I mean, he still sucks. This guy.
Yeah, but listen to what I'm saying. That maybe that injury might be affecting him now. You understand? Maybe it might be affecting his vision or something like that. Maybe it's flaring up or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, but that was many years ago. I think that's when he was with the Reds.
Yeah, with the Reds, right? He got hit in the head with the Reds.
Yeah,
maybe.
I forgot that injury. I thought he got some type of an injury, but I forgot that he would be
very severe, man. He's lucky he's even still pitching in baseball, man.
Well, yeah, he's lucky he's alive for that, man.
Yeah.
But this team is a walking disaster, man. I mean, I don't even want to watch them anymore. Let's get back to basically the first half of the Yankees again, beginning of April or May.
Yeah.
I was telling you back then, I was like, I don't even want to watch this team. There's even tonight with Garrett Cole. I mean, I know he's Garrett Cole, but you got to win this game tonight. I don't even really like. There's no really other ways. There's really no other way to slice it. If they lose this game tonight, the Yankees could be out of the whole thing. I mean, they're really blowing this thing.
If the Yankees don't win, they're doomed.
The Orioles and the Angels, I mean, talk about like a disgrace. That's beyond despicable. How do you lose to the Baltimore Orioles? I mean, everyone was. This is a disgrace. I mean, the Orioles are the worst team in all baseball. They lost 19 games in a row. But why do they? I don't know, for some reason they like playing the Yankees every time because they beat them.
Well, I'll tell you one
it's ridiculous.
Thing. Now here's the question tonight. Tonight is Tampa Bay versus the Red Sox. Who do you root for?
I don't care, man. I don't even root for nobody. I don't. To be honest with you, we're not taking any. What do you call? I don't think you really are going to gain anything because the Yankees are going to fall out of the division if the Tampa wins, and the Red Sox are going to take a game if the Red Sox win. Well, I guess you got to root for Tampa because you know what the Red Sox doing because the Red Sox are only half a game out of the wild card.
Yeah,
you got to be rooting for Tampa, but forget about the division. The division is completely over. I don't know why these fans keep talking about the division. The division's over. They keep going back to the division. They're 8.5 games out.
At this point,
we're not winning
over.
The division. Forget the division. The division's been over for the last 4 months. The only chance we had is when we were 4 games out. That's it. I don't know what these fans keep. It's like they're just making it like the division's the only thing that matters, and the wild card is. It's like they don't want a wild card. You either get into the wild card or you don't make the playoffs. Simple as that. I mean, you're not going to get into the playoffs if you don't get the wild card.
Yeah, it's true, man. I mean, yeah. I mean, you gotta. Yeah, I mean, you have
You
to
want
be
a
in it
wild
to
card
win it.
game or the playoff, or you want to miss the playoffs? You got to get the wild card. It's like they don't want that, but they don't get it that we only have a 3-game lead, or not even a 3-game lead. The Red Sox are a half a game out of the first wild card, and they have a 3-game lead over the second wild card. So, I mean, this is getting crazy. I don't even think this team's going to make the playoffs anymore. This is a major concern. They're doing what they did last season. If you remember last year, they almost tanked at the end. Remember
I'll
the
tell you one
60-game
thing,
season? They almost
man.
blew that.
If the Yankees fail to lose the playoffs, man, I mean, fail to lose to get into the playoffs, and are gonna go quietly into the night like that, man, they're gonna have. I mean, Yankee management is gonna have to make some changes, man. I mean,
Well, they should have made changes in the deadline.
they gotta get rid of people.
I wanted them to sell, and they didn't want to do it. They wanted to be buyers because Brian Cashman thought he knew everything, and he wanted to be ahead of the grain and thought that was the right decision, and he was wrong. You don't freaking buy when your team was out. I understand they made this huge comeback. The 13-game winning streak is because of that winning streak is where we are right now. I mean, we're in the position that we're in thanks to that winning streak. But ever since after snapping the winning streak, they haven't responded after that. They've been losing. They've been horrible, this team. All they've been doing is losing. Losing to the Angels, losing to the Orioles, split with the A's.
We lost to the worst team in baseball.
I mean, you should be ashamed of yourself. I mean, and Aaron Boone doesn't come up with anything good. He just says the same thing over and over. Like, he doesn't know what to say. Like, he doesn't say the team sucks. I'll never say that.
I'll tell you one thing, man. They might have to get rid of Aaron Boone too, man. At the end of the year,
they have to get rid of everybody, man. This whole team has to go. Why didn't they sell the team? Why did they keep all these guys? It's the same players.
I'll tell you one thing.
What are they going to do next year? They don't make the playoffs.
A lot of these guys, their contract should not be renewed. I'll tell you that much.
Well, I tell you one thing. This team is not going far. If they make the playoffs, they're going to get knocked out of either the wild card or the first round. They're not winning the World Series. That's
of course.
And
of course, that's what I got them. They got them first knockout, man.
First round knockout. They won't even get out of the wild card game.
Yeah, right.
They're lucky if they even make the playoffs, this team, anymore. I mean, they're just a disgrace.
Terrible, man.
This is the way you respond after 13 games in a row. I mean, you can't make it up.
Well,
I understand.
We could switch it to Derek Jeter making the Hall of Fame tomorrow, man.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I know he's going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, tomorrow is the ceremony at 11.
Yeah, it's nice. It's about time. They had to wait like a whole year because of the COVID thing.
I'm surprised that they did it on a Thursday. They usually do it on a Sunday.
Yeah, it is what it is. I'm happy he's getting in. I don't really care about watching the Hall of Fame ceremonies. They're too long and they're too boring. It's too drawn out. I mean, they basically make you wait the whole entire day until they do the speech. I mean, I'm happy for him and everything, but I think I watched one Hall of Fame ceremony and I couldn't take it. It's too long. It's too drawn out. I mean, they do that whole, they do like the parade or something, and it's too long. It's better to see when they get inducted.
Nah, it's the one that they talk, that they give them the plaque, that they on stage.
But it's too far fetched. I don't know. I don't make a big thing of the Hall of Fame ceremonies. They're too. I mean, I watched the one with Mariano Rivera. It's just, I don't know. I thought I was going to enjoy it. It wasn't like what I thought it was. The festivities and everything. I don't know. I can't get into it too much with that Hall of Fame. It's just. It is what it is. He's a Hall of Famer. Congratulations to him and move on. I don't really care about that.
Yeah, but thank God he made it in, man. He deserves it.
Yeah, I know. I'm happy he got it. That's probably the last Yankee that's going to be a Hall of Famer for a while.
You know what? I think you might be right, man. He's going to be, a 50-year-old Jeter is better than Torres.
Well, that's going to be the last Yankee you see go in the Hall of Fame for like in the next 100 years. I mean, getting back to this team, they're just another disaster. And another thing that pisses me off, they don't want to bring up Luis Gil. We talked about this last time. They're bringing him up tomorrow. Finally, now it's about time. Now you bring the guy up when you're going on a, what do you call it? When you're backing yourself when you're going on a collision course. Now you finally bring him up. I mean, now you bring him up. Why didn't they bring him up 2 weeks ago? When they were on that winning streak. Why didn't they bring him up 2 weeks ago? Why now?
It's true, man. Why now?
I mean, they waited too late. Now they're falling out of it. They have to win tonight. If they don't win tonight, it's over. What do you think? Do you think this team's making it?
Well, like we said, man, if they don't win this week, period, today, tomorrow, and so on, they ain't going nowhere, man.
You look at their schedule; it's not a hard schedule, but I don't really see the turnaround. Like, what teams are they gonna? They couldn't beat the Orioles. That should say it all right there. They couldn't beat the Baltimore Orioles. If you can't beat them, you're not gonna beat nobody.
Exactly, and that's the worst team in baseball.
I mean, you couldn't beat the Angels. I don't see this team beating the Mets. I don't see this team beating the Mets. And they play Cleveland and Texas. Those two teams are terrible. But you can't get worse than the Orioles. If you couldn't even get on like a big winning streak playing the Orioles, what team are you going to finally turn it around against? I mean, they have to get at least 91 wins, I think, or 92 wins to get into the playoffs. This team is still stuck at 78 wins. They have to win about 12 more games to clinch a playoff berth. And the way this team is playing right now, it doesn't look like that's going to happen.
Yeah, it's not, man. I mean, if they're gonna keep losing that way, you can count them out, man, because they're right on the brink of
they should have had at least 83, 84. They should have had at least 83, 84 wins right now. This team, they still don't even have 80 wins. This is just been a disaster. And now you see how bad their bullpen's going to be. I mean, I don't see this team is going to be so like they're going to be so close to done if they make the playoffs. You know they're going to be knocked right out. Don't be shocked if they lose the wild card game.
You already know, man. You already.
I mean,
know.
they're such a disaster. This team. I mean, it's just Gallo. Thank God he's not in the lineup tonight. Gallo is horrible. That guy sucked. I told you he was a bum. I never wanted that guy from the beginning. I told you he sucks.
Yeah,
and
we went over
it.
We went over the analytics, man. And we said.
Yeah, you showed me the. You showed me the. What do you call it? The zone chart. I mean, that he strikes out too much. I don't know why these Yankees wanted him, these fans and this front office, all because he's a power hitter and he's a left-handed hitter. Big deal. They needed left-handed contact hitters, not power hitters, and we needed starting pitching. They don't want to go for the things that are needed to be done on this team. They don't want to get the necessary needs. They never do. That's why we never win a World Series. It's a disgrace.
And they listen to these idiots. Stop listening to these idiots out there. That's what
they do listen to idiots, and that's why they continue to lose. And Cashman loves all these bums. He always goes for these losers. I'm so sick and tired of this guy. He should have been let go a long time ago, Cashman. This guy should have been fired 20 years ago, Cashman. He's the worst general manager in history. He's the worst general manager in history. He's got to go. That's why we're never going to win. We got a horrible analytic department. We have horrible management. We have a horrible front office. And we got a horrible general manager. And Aaron Boone is not good either. I don't want to put him on the spot. But he sucks too. I mean, what is he doing? I mean, 13 games in a row and you can't get this team on board again? And something's got to be done with this team.
I don't see
what are they going to do in the offseason?
Anything. You know what I mean?
I mean, but he's got to do something. He's the manager. I mean, he's just not doing this. This is the same manager that managed this team to 100 wins back-to-back years. What is he doing this season? This has been a dreadful season, though. I mean, I can't wait till the season is over. I mean, the whole season's been.
And last season,
the whole season. The only good thing about this season was the 13-game winning streak. That's it. Other than that, what was so good about this season? There was nothing great about this year. It was a nightmare to watch. Well, all 6 months. The only good thing was that winning streak. If they didn't have that winning streak, they would have been, forget it. It would have been, you know how buried they would have been right now, the Yankees?
Oh, they would definitely have been in last place with the Orioles.
I mean, yeah, not only that, they would have been probably out of the wild card by 10, 11, 12 games. They would have been done. That's it. They're so lucky that they had that winning streak, but they're just not playing well right now. They didn't respond good. I thought, all right, eventually the winning streak was going to come to an end, and it did. But I didn't think they were going to play this bad. I mean, they're converting back to the way they played in the beginning of the season. They're just backwards. They're just an ass-backwards team. They're just too inconsistent. I mean, they're just too inconsistent. And you could see that they're trying too hard now. Remember when we were losing games on that winning streak? How we came back? Yeah. We came back in all those games. They don't do that anymore. No. They lose by 1 run and they don't come back, or it's 2 runs or 3 runs.
Because this team. It's because the dynamic of the players have changed. Because once you take out Greg Allen, Velasquez, and these guys, the speed on the bases have gone away. They're not stealing bases anymore.
I mean, they made all the wrong decisions. So Luke Voigt has cooled off tremendously. He's not hitting anymore.
Because he can't play off the bench like that and expect to hit hits. You know.
Even Rizzo cooled off. Judge and Stanton, I guess, is still playing good, but not playing like red hot like they did a couple of weeks ago. Gallo was horrible. It's just Torres has been bad the whole season. So, I mean, there's really nobody hitting this lineup. Everything right now is bad. The hitting is bad, the starting pitching, and the bullpen. Everything's bad right now. I don't know how they're going to win, man. See, when you have all that going bad for you, and everything is just going to go to shit. I mean, it's just...
It's true, man.
It's just... everything is going...
Right now, nothing is working in their favor, man.
Everything is going in the wrong direction for them. I mean, it's just... it's been another disaster. It's... We didn't anticipate for this. We just didn't. We thought that after they won a 13-game winning streak, because I was positive, very optimistic. But what do you want me to do? You want me? I have to change my mind. I still can't be positive with this team. I mean, look at the way they played the whole season. They're up and down.
Absolutely not, man. These guys are uncountable, man. I mean, how you say unreliable? You know,
they're not there. I mean, and they're going to do this in the playoffs if they make it. Don't be, I'm telling you, because they do this all in the regular season. They do the same thing in the playoffs. That's why they get knocked out quick.
All they had to do was hit, man. That's all they had to do. Even if the bullpen was bad or whatever the problem may have been, all they had to do was hit. And they could have overcome and won a lot of games.
I don't know. The starting pitching's been terrible. Their pitching fell off a cliff. Like, the only one that's still great is Garrett Cole. Thank God for him, but the rest of their starting pitching is garbage. That's why they suck too now. And I tell you, that's the main reason why they were on that big run that they were on, because their pitching kept them in games. But now this is terrible, and their bullpen is very shaky, and it's no good. And you lost Lou Weisiger. I don't know, man. Don't be shocked if they miss the playoffs. I'm telling you right now. Don't be shocked, because I won't be. I won't be shocked.
Man. It's true, man. I mean, if they don't make it, it's gonna be a one-hitter and quitter.
Well, that's what you call epic meltdown. That's like the Mets blowing it.
Yeah. I mean,
meltdown,
these guys. I mean, these players suck. Period. I mean, all the way down to the bullpen, the bench, and the starting.
They don't have the killer instinct. This team, and they should have been consistent after they lost. They should have picked up the pieces and said, let's not get, what do you call it, ahead of ourselves now. Let's continue to win, and let's not this winning streak get to us. We're still the Yankees. We got to stay consistent, and let's just go out there and still win. And they didn't do that. They didn't answer the call, and they failed. And now they're back to playing like they did in the first half of the season. And if they play like this the rest of the months, they're going to be out of the playoffs. They're not going to make it. That's it. That's all there is to it. And I'm going to be really, really upset. And everything that Cashman did, I hate to say it, but he should have not been buyers at the deadline. He should have sold the team, because now it's showing you. I understand they didn't want to give up, but it's not working out, man. And the Gallo trade was horrible and atrocious. I never liked that trade from the beginning. All these Yankee fans now eat their words. Oh, he sucks. I told you that from the beginning that he was no good. Now you hate the guy's guts. I told people the guy's no good. He's no good. He's a bum.
They sure are, and they look at us like we crazy, and we were right the whole time.
Well, because it's not because of the home runs and it's because he walks and he's a great defensive outfielder. Well, you know what? He's not even that good defensively. He's overrated. I saw him. He can't throw runners out. Did you see him make plays, heads-up plays? He can't. He's not that good. I saw him make plays and throw guys out at home, and he missed the cutoff, man. He's not good. He's not that good of an outfielder.
No, he's not at all, man. Oh man, and it seems like they only put him in left field too. It's like,
and another thing too, how does this guy get on base so much if he strikes out 99% of the times? That's what I don't get. The guy strikes out more than he gets on base, and he has a high on base percentage. Not anymore. I don't think he has a high base percentage anymore.
Not now. Definitely not now. They said something
like, he's hitting like 166 with the Yankees. That's really horrible, man.
He hits into a double play every at bat.
And they never used to hit the double plays. The guy was known for not hitting the double plays. Now when he came a Yankee, he hits the double plays like crazy now.
He fit right in line. He fit right in line with everybody else.
Well, he fits right in with them. And I don't know why they wanted this guy for the get-go, because he was horrible with the Texas Rangers. He was already in a slump before we traded for him. So why would you get a guy that was already dead already? He was already horrible.
Exactly.
His average was going down. Everything was going down already.
Exactly, man. These guys all had it wrong, man.
We were right from the beginning. We said it. We were confident because we wanted to be positive for the team going forward with making the moves that they made. But we knew that deep down inside that this was the wrong decision for Gallo. We knew that wasn't a good move.
Yeah, man, because for all that, they could have kept Florial there, and he could have been the everyday center fielder.
And they said that the reason why we made these moves, we made this turnaround was because of the trade. I don't think so. I don't think that it was because of Gallo and Rizzo. I think they made that big run because they brought those kids up. I think the pitching held them down. Velasquez.
It was really
I think that's why they made the big run.
Yeah, it was really when Velasquez came up. That's when the team really started coming around. You know?
Yeah.
And then he started stealing bases and all that. And
also, Tyler Wade. Give credit to Tyler Wade. Tyler Wade was a big spark on this team. And Luke Voigt was like red hot at the time. He was hitting the crap out of the ball. Man, he cooled off. I mean, and all those guys and obviously, Stanton was on fire. I would say more of those guys. And then the pitching was really great. They held it down for a while. But now, I don't know what happened. But they got to turn the page, and they have to start a new chapter tonight. They got to win this game. And Cole's the stopper. That's it. He's got to be the stopper tonight because they got to stop the bleeding. And if they got to win it tonight. If they don't win tonight, get ready to start, panic mode because I'm already in panic mode if they lose this game tonight.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm like, damn, man. I mean, from the way this season has been, and they ain't lying. Yeah. In the commercial of the Yankees when they say buy tickets to go see the Yankees, they say buy tickets to this roller coaster ride of a season. I'm like, damn, they ain't lying when they said it's a roller coaster ride, man, because they truly up and down, man. They suck and then they're good and then they suck again. It's like,
well, I never thought they were going to go to that mode again after they won that big run, but I guess they fooled us. I guess, right? Like, the saying goes, fool me, shame on you. Fool me again, shame on you. I guess they just completely, fooled us. Like, I never thought that this was ever going to happen. But you want to know something, too? We didn't have a big lead to begin with in the wild card. We only had a slim lead. It's not like we had a 10-game lead. So I was still nervous with that because I was saying to myself, well, we don't have that big enough lead anyway, so we have to keep winning games. But we never got that, cushion that we won in the wild card. We only had a slim lead. It's not like this team had a 10-game lead. Everyone was like, we're good. We're in the wild card, so we're good. But they never had a big lead, so all these fans were basically biting their faces off to despite themselves because they all thought that we were going to make it after they had this apparently comfortable lead in the wild card. But we didn't. We never did.
It's true.
So all these fans, we're going to make it. They're all eating their words now, and they don't want to hear it now. If you tell them and you try to throw it in their face, they don't want to hear all the backlash now of the losing.
Yeah, because they thought they were the geniuses that had it right. I hate that, man.
Well, Yankee fans always think they know everything. They think they can manage the team. They think that they're better than the
and these are the same people that start blocking you on Twitter and all kind of crap.
Well, that's why I don't get involved in social media. You can't argue with these Yankee fans and people in sports. Because they always will disagree with you. They think they know everything. Well, now they're eating their words. Now they definitely feel bad what they said.
You gotta understand, man. Baseball is baseball, no matter what, man. And these guys fall in love with these players. You know what I mean? And then they don't want to see them get traded or something like that. That's the problem.
It's just been it's been a season of up and downs. They're playing like they did last year. If you remember, the end of the season last year, they almost collapsed. Remember that year? The last year, they almost collapsed. They almost didn't make the playoffs.
2018, right?
No, 2020, last year.
Oh, last year, that's right. Out of that little 60 game.
They almost didn't make it. If you remember, they went in a slump at the end of the season. They were almost going to get knocked out of the playoffs, and they turned it around at the last split second. I think it was the last. There was 2 weeks left in the season. They almost blew it. I think the Orioles were only a game out of the wild card. It was like dead. It was like a dead heat in the wild card race. Go back to the standings. You could actually look it up right now. Go back to September. What's today's date? What?
Today's the 7th, September 7th.
Yeah, you can look it up. I actually have it right here. They were only one game out, the Orioles. Everybody was like a dead. Tampa Bay already had the division wrapped up again. because all they do is win the division, that team. But you look at the Blue Jays and the Orioles, I think they were only like, but remember, there was a three wild cards last year. But still, the Yankees were close to getting knocked out of one of those wild cards.
Yeah.
They were almost like going to get knocked out. They're doing that again.
Yeah, man, it's sad, man.
They just got in from the skin of their teeth last year. They were lucky because there was 3 wild cards. There's only 2 this year, which is still good, but anything can happen. I mean,
yeah.
They better watch. They're getting dangerously close to getting knocked out of the playoffs. They'll watch.
It's terrible, man.
They're holding on to, like I said, they're holding on to a thin thread.
It truly is. It truly is terrible, man. But anyway, we're gonna end it here, man.
All right.
We'll be back on Friday. And
what day we come back? Friday.
Yeah, on Friday we'll be back Friday at 5.
Well, they better turn around. You know it's over if they lose this game.
Yeah, man. Let's see if we're talking a different tune when we get back on the next one.
Hopefully. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully we could be more positive. But we were positive for a couple of weeks there. I mean, we were positive for a couple of weeks when they were winning and everything was going great with the winning streak. But things have turned around for the worst. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I never thought this team could convert back to that, but they did.
Yeah.
That's the Yankees. They're an up and down team. They are what they are, this team.
Yeah, it's true, man. But yeah, it's true, man. It's sad, man. Can't believe it, man.
It's hard being a Yankee fan. Sometimes I really want to quit on this team, but I really want to quit. But I guess I have to be a Yankee fan because it's going to look phony to jump ships. So I have to be a fan. But I'm not happy with this team, and actually, I really don't like this team right now. I kind of hate them.
Yeah, man. But anyway, I'm gonna end it here, man. And I'm gonna thank everybody for watching, and it's been a good show, man. So please hit the like, share, subscribe button. It means a lot. It helps with the algorithm if you lasted this long. And share this with your friends, man, along the way. So I'll be tomorrow at batting practice with the Yankees, and check out for that about 5:30ish when I get in the building, set it up and all that. So so long. See you, everybody. Shout out to Henry on the check-in.